Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. So thank you all for joining in. Today is the most auspicious occasion of Balaram Purnima, and today, by the grace of Guru and Gauranga, the proper glorification, Govindam Adi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami, is going to start by Brahmaji. So before the class starts at 11:30, let us try to sing a little bit of, we will, okay, let's recite Brahma Samhita, chapter 5 from verse number 29, right? We will recite these verses and then we will do Harinam Sankirtan. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya, Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya, Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Brahma Samhita prayers spoken by Lord Brahma and glorification of Lord Govinda. Ishwaraha Paramha Krishnaha Sachidananda Vigraha Anadiradir Govindaha Sarvakarana Karanam Treya Prabhuddhota Vidhit Vijnata Tattva Sagaraha Tushtava Veda Sharena Shrotrena Nena Keshavam Chintamani Prakarasadma Sukalpa Vriksha Lakshavriteshu Surabhira Vipalayantam Lakshmi Sahasra Shata Sambrama Sevyamanam Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Venum Kwanantamaravinda Dalayaksham Barhavatam Samasitam Buddha Sundarangam Kandarpakoti Kamaniya Vishesha Shobham Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Alola Chandra Kalasadvanamalya Vamshi Ratnangadam Pranayakeli Kalavilasam Shamam Tribhangalalitam Niyata Prakasham Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Angani Yasya Sakalendriya Vrittimanti Pashyanti Panti Kalayanti Chiram Jaganti Ananda Chinmaya Sadujjvala Vigrahasya Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Advaitam Achyutam Anadi Manantarupam Adyam Purana Purusham Navayauvanam Cha Vedeshu Durlabham Adurlabhamatma Bhaktau Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Pantastu Koti Shatavatsara Sampragamyo Vayuratapi Manaso Munipungavaanam Sopyasti Yat Prapadasimnya Vichintya Tatve Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Ekaupyasau Rachayitum Jagadanda Kotim Yachaktirasti Jagadanda Chayaya Dantaha Andantarasta Paramanu Chayantarastham Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Yadbhava Bhavita Diyo Manujastathaiva Samprapya Rupa Mahima Sanayana Bhusha Shuktairiyameva Nigama Pratitaistuvanti Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Ananda Chinmaya Rasa Pratibhavitabhis Tabhirya Eva Nijarupataya Kalabhihi Goloka Eva Nivasati Akilatma Bhuto Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Premanjana Churita Bhakti Vilochanena Santaha Sadaiva Hridayeshu Vilokayanti Yam Shama Sundaram Achintya Gunaswarupam Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Ramadi Murti Shukalani Amena Tishtan Nanavataram Akarod Bhuvaneshu Kinto Krishnaha Swayam Samabhavat Parama Pumanyo Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami यस्य प्रभा प्रभवतो जगदण्डकोटि कोटिष्वशेषवसुधादिविभूतिभिन्नम् तद्ब्रह्म निष्कलम् अनन्तमशेषभूतम् गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि। माया हि यस्य जगदण्डशतानि सूते त्रैगुण्यतद्विषयवेदवितायमाना सत्त्वावलम्बि परसत्त्वं विशुद्धसत्त्वं गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि। आनन्दचिन्मय रसात्मतया मनः सो यः प्रणीनां प्रतिफलं स्मरतामुपेत्य लीलायितेन भुवनानि जयत्यजस्रम् गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि। गोलोकनाम्नि निजधाम्नि तले च तस्य देवी महेश हरिणां सुतेषु तेषु एते प्रभावनि चया विहितश्च येन गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि। सृष्टि स्थिति प्रलय साधन शक्तिरेका चायेव यस्य भुवनानि बिभर्ति दुर्गा इच्छानुरूपमपि यस्य च चेष्टते सा गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि। क्षीरं यथा दधि विकारविशेषयोगात् सञ्जायते न हि तथा पृथगस्ति हेतोः यः शम्भुतम् अपि तथा समुपैति कार्यात् गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि। दीपार्जिरेव हि दशान्तरमभ्युपेत्य दीपायते विवृतहेतु समानधर्मा यस्तादृगेव हि च विष्णुतया विभाति गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि। यः कारणार्णव जले भजति स्म योगा निद्रामनन्त जगदण्ड सरोमकूपः आधारशक्तिमवलम्ब्य परां स्वमूर्तिं गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि। यस्यैकनिश्वसितकालमतावलम्ब्य जीवन्ति लोमविलजा जगदण्डनाथाः विष्णुर्महान् स हि अयस्य कलाविशेषो गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि। भास्वान् यथाश्मशकलेषु निजेषु तेजः स्वीयं कियत् प्रकटयति अपि तद्वदत्र ब्रह्माय एष जगदण्डविधानकर्ता गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि। यत्पादपल्लवयुगं विनिधाय कुम्भ द्वन्द्वे प्रणाम समये स गणाधिराजाः विघ्नान् विहन्तुमलमस्य जगत्त्रयस्य गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि। अग्निर्मही गगनमम्बुमरुदिशश्च कालस्तथात्ममनसीति जगत्त्रयाणि यस्मात् भवन्ति विभवन्ति विशन्ति यं च गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि। यच्चक्षुरे सविता सकलाग्रहाणां राजा समस्तसुरमूर्तिरशेषतेजाः यस्याज्ञया भ्रमति संवृतकालचक्रो गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि। धर्मोतपापनिचयः श्रुतयस्तपांसि ब्रह्मादिकीतपतगावदयश्च जीवाः यद्दत्तमात्र विभवः प्रकटप्रभाव गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि। यस्त्विन्द्रगोपमतवेन्द्रमहोस्वकर्म बन्धानुरूपफलभाजनमातनोति कर्माणि निर्दहति किन्तु च भक्तिभाजाम् गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि। यं क्रोधकामसहजप्रणयाधिभीति वात्सल्यमोहगुरुगौरवसेव्यभावैः सञ्चिन्त्य तस्य सदृशीं तनुरापुरेथे गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि। श्रिया कान्ता कान्ता परमपुरुषा कल्पतरवो द्रुमा भूमिश्चिन्तामणि गणमयी तोयममृतम् कथागानं नाट्यं गमनमपि वंशि प्रियसखी चिदानन्दं ज्योति परमपि तत् आस्वाद्यमपि च ईश्वरः परमकृष्ण सच्चिदानन्द विग्रह अनादिरादिर्गोविन्दः सर्वकारणकारणम् ईश्वरः परमकृष्ण सच्चिदानन्द विग्रहः अनादिरादिर्गोविन्दः सर्वकारणकारणम् ईश्वरः परमकृष्ण सच्चिदानन्द विग्रहः अनादिरादिर्गोविन्दः सर्वकारणकारणम् गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि. So Hare Krishna. So happy Balaram Purnima to all the devotees. Today is also the last day of Radha Govinda Chulan Yatra. So we'll just quickly sing 2 minutes and then we will hand over to His Grace Sadhu Sevan Prabhu for today's class. Yeah, all right. जय श्री राधा रमण हरि गोविंद जय जय श्री राधा रमण हरि गोविंद जय जय श्री गोविंद जय जय श्री गोपाल जय जय श्री गोविंद जय जय श्री गोपाल जय जय श्री राधा रमण हरि गोविंद 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 जय जय श्री गोविंद जय जय श्री गोपाल जय जय श्री राधा रमण हरि गोविंद 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 जय. So His Grace Amarendra Prabhu was here actually I think last year or last to last year where he was giving a class in one of the places in Mumbai. So he was singing the song. How he actually included Kandivali, Borivali, and all the places of Mumbai. So we'll try to sing like that. झूला झूले राधा दामोदर वृंदावन में झूला झूले राधा दामोदर वृंदावन में ओ झूला झूले राधा दामोदर वृंदावन में ओ झूला झूले राधा दामोदर वृंदावन में ओ झूला झूले राधा दामोदर राधा कुंड में ओ झूला झूले राधा दामोदर श्याम कुंड में ओ झूला झूले राधा दामोदर राधा कुंड में ओ झूला झूले राधा दामोदर श्याम कुंड में ओ झूला झूले राधा दामोदर कांदीवली में ओ झूला झूले राधा दामोदर बोरीवली में ओ झूला झूले राधा दामोदर वृंदावन में ओ झूला झूले राधा दामोदर वृंदावन में ओ झूला झूले राधा दामोदर मेरे हृदय में ओ झूला झूले राधा दामोदर मेरे हृदय में ओ झूला झूले राधा दामोदर मेरे हृदय में ओ झूला झूले राधा दामोदर वृंदावन में ओ झूला झूले राधा दामोदर श्याम कुंड में ओ झूला झूले राधा दामोदर वृंद कुंड में ओ झूला झूले राधा दामोदर श्याम कुंड में ओ झूला झूले राधा दामोदर मेरे घर में ओ झूला झूले राधा दामोदर मेरे हृदय में ओ झूला झूले राधा दामोदर मेरे हृदय में, ओ झूला झूले राधा दामोदर मेरे हृदय में, ओ झूला झूले राधा दामोदर वृंदावन में, ओ झूला झूले राधा दामोदर श्याम कुंड में, झूला झूले राधा दामोदर राधा कुंड में, झूला झूले राधा दामोदर मेरे हृदय में। जय राधा श्याम सुंदर राधा श्याम सुंदर राधे, जय राधा माधव राधा माधव राधे, जय राधा रास बिहारी राधा रास बिहारी राधे राधे, जय राधा गोविंद राधा गोविंद राधे राधे, जय जय प्रभुपाद जय प्रभुपाद जय प्रभुपाद जय श्रीला प्रभुपाद, जय जय गुरुदेव जय गुरुदेव जय गुरुदेव जय श्रीला गुरुदेव, जय कृष्ण बलराम जय राधे श्याम, जय कृष्ण बलराम जय वृंदावन धाम, जय जय प्रभुपाद जय प्रभुपाद जय गुरुदेव श्रीला गुरुदेव। गौर हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल। जय जय श्री राधे श्याम, जय जय श्री वृंदावन धाम। जगत गुरु श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय, श्रील गुरुदेव की जय, अनंत कोटि वैष्णवा वृंद की जय। पिताय गौर प्रेमानंदे, हरि हरि बोल, Hare Krishna. So I request and welcome His Grace Sadhu Sevan Prabhu for today's class. Very wonderful that we are starting this most auspicious glorification of Govinda verses right from today. So we thank His Grace Sadhu Sevan Prabhu to start off this participating in the class to kindly remain muted, right, so that we can hear the transcendental nectar in a way that is you know, nectar to the ears, right? We don't want any kind of disturbance. So I request devotees who are not participating to mute yourself and raise your hands. The Prabhu will give a lot of chances for us to recite the verses, the translation, purport, and a lot of interactive session. But please raise your hand, and then the Prabhu will ask us to unmute. Hare Krishna. Sadhu Sevan Prabhu, over to you. Hare Krishna. Dalad pranams.
Yes. Hare Krishna. Am I audible, Mataji?
Yes, you're audible, Prabhu, and you're the host now, so you can share the screen, Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Dalad pranams.
Okay. Thank you so much, Mataji. So once again, thank you, Madhavani Mataji, for setting the right platform, because once the platform is good, then we are more receptive to hear. So you're done the homework. Thank you so much for that. So I see two hands being raised by Prashanti Mataji and Swati Mataji. Do they want to say something?
To read, Prabhuji, to read.
Okay. Okay, Mataji, sure. So let me start sharing the screen with the Mangala Charan first. So today being Balram Jayanti also, we will try to spend last 15 minutes roughly on discussing about the glories of Lord Balram and his importance in our life. So we'll start with the Mangala Charan. Om Jnana Timirandasya Jnananjala Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manobishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Gurum Shri Uttapadakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavascha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunatam Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadhvetam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakam Vitamsha हे कृष्णा करुणा सिंधु दीनबंधो जगतपते गोपेश गोपिका कांता राधा कांता नमस्तुते। तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। वाञ्छा कल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिंधु भैव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। नमो विष्णुपदाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी निधि नामिने। नमस्ते सारस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्त वृंदा। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्णा हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे. So once again, I welcome you all to today's the most auspicious day. So sharing today's verse now. Yes. So these are the prayers by Brahmaji after he had realized the absolute truth in totality. Okay, we have seen so far Brahmaji receives the Gayatri, and then same Brahmaji who was it was pitch dark and he had no knowledge and he did not know how he had come from what was the source of him. After having received the knowledge from the Lord himself directly, he started glorifying the Lord. So, like we always do, the verse that we are going to read from here on are the ecstasy of Brahmaji when he is seeing the Lord eye to eye. So there may be some ambiguity. Someone says, I heard this thing that I mean, with all due respect, right? Here the Acharya, right? The first Acharya of our Sampradaya, Brahma, Madhava, Gaudiya Sampradaya, Brahmaji, the prime most first Acharya of our Parampara, is seeing the Lord and telling it directly. Like in Hindi cricket commentary, we hear, right? Aanko dekha hal. Right? In Hindi, we say if some cricket match is going on somewhere, and then earlier when TVs were not that popular or not that accessible, I should say, so people used to hear the commentary on the radios, and then it was called live commentary or aanko dekha hal. Means those people who are giving the commentary are seeing the match himself and they are telling what is happening. So what is the situation of the people in stadium, players, weather, score, of course, everything, whatever they are experiencing, they tell in their commentary. Now Brahmaji is telling the same way, but now the subject is Lord Krishna. So like in the commentary, it starts from this match is happening in this and this place. This place is a part of this city. Similarly, Brahmaji is starting his commentary, live commentary, the absolute commentary, first from glorifying the stadium, which is Goloka Vrindavana here. So the first verse that we are going to read is going to tell the glorification of Goloka Vrindavana. The verse goes like Chintamani Prakarasu Sadma Shukalpa Vriksha Lakshavrateshu Surabhir Abhipalayantam Lakshmi Saharsha Satasam Brahma Sevyamanam Govindamadi Purusham tamaham bhajami. So we will, I see 3 hands, so we'll give chance to 3 Matajis, and then we will discuss about the translation and the purport. Yes, Prashanti Mataji, kindly.
Yeah. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Verse.
Yes, Prabhuji. Chinta Chintamani prakara sattva sukalpa vriksha laksha ruteshu surabhira vipalayantam Lakshmi sahasra sata sambhrama sevyamanam Govindamadi purusham tamaham bhajami. Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna. Dandavat pranam.
Thank you. Yes, Swati Mataji, can you read the verse, please?
Hare Krishna. Synonyms, Prabhuji.
We can read the verse, Mataji, the nectarian verse. So
Okay, Prabhuji. Thank you. Chintamani prakara sadma shukalpa vriksha laksha vriteshu surabir abhipalayantam Lakshmi sahasra sata sambrama sevyamanam Govindamadi purusham tamaham bhajami. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
thank you, Mataji. Yes. So next I see Shanti Mataji.
Yes, Prabhu.
Yeah. You want to read the verse, Mataji?
Yeah. Chintamani prahara satma shukalpa vriksha lakshavrateshu surabhira vipalayantam Lakshmi sahasra sadasam brahma sevyamanam Govindamadi purusham tamaham bhajami.
Thanks a lot, Mataji. Yes. So Krishnamurti Prabhuji, you have a choice. You want to read the verse or the word by word also we can read. Anything given. Your choice, Prabhu. Today is special day.
Synonymous.
Okay, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
Yeah. Please go ahead.
Chintamani, touchstone, prakhara, grooves made of sadmasu, in abodes, kalparuksha of desert trees, laksha, by millions, avarteshu, surrounded, surabhihi cows, abhipalayantam, tending, Lakshmi of goddess of fortune, sahasra of thousands, sata by hundreds, sambrama with great respect, sevyamanam being served, Govinda, Adipurusham, the original person, tam, him, aham, I, bhajami, worship. Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Thanks a lot. Yes. Let me now request Subbarao Prabhuji to please read the translation.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Yes.
Translation by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada, Jai Srila Prabhupada. I worship Govinda, the primeval Lord, the first progenitor, who is tending the cows, yielding all desire. It abodes built with spiritual gems, surrounded by millions of purpose trees, always served with great reverence and affection by hundreds of thousands of Lakshmis or gopis. Shall I read purport also, Prabhuji?
Prabhuji, is it okay if I give chance to Shobha Mataji further?
Okay. Right.
Because it's a small purport, so yeah, we'll divide it into 2 parts.
Hare Krishna, Dandavat Pranam Prabhuji. Purport by A.C. Bhaktivedanta Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. By the word Chintamani is meant transcendental gem. Thus, as Maya built this mundane universe with the 5 material elements, so the spiritual Chit potency has built the spiritual world of transcendental gems. The Chintamani, which serves as material in the building of the abode of Supreme Lord of Goloka, is a far rarer and more agreeable entity than the philosopher's stone. The purpose tree yields only the fruit of piety, wealth, fulfillment of desire, and liberation. But the purpose tree is in the abode of Krishna bestow innumerable fruits in the shape of checkered divine love, Kamatenu, cows yielding the fulfillment of desire, give milk when they are milked, But the Kamadhenu of Goloka pour fourth ocean of milk in the shape of fountain of love, showering transcendental bliss that does away with the hunger and thirst of all pure devotees. The words Laksha and Sahasrashata signifies endless numbers. The word Sambrahma or Shadara. Can you raise the screen, Prabhuji?
Yeah, Maji, yes.
Shadara indicates being saturated with love. Here, Lakshmi denotes Gopi. Adi Purusha means he who is the primeval Lord. Hare Krishna, Dandavat Pranam, Prabhuji, Hari Bol.
Thanks a lot, Maji, for reading this. So there are so many things to take away from this verse. And see, before we actually discuss what are the activities goes on in the Goloka Vrindavana and more details about that. So as we discussed in the beginning, so Brahmaji is starting from the description of the Goloka Vrindavana. So why is it so? Because by describing that place, we should get that natural hankering, and it should invoke our love towards the Lord, even with more and more intensity. So we see in the translation, Brahmaji is saying, I worship Govinda, who is the primeval Lord, the first progenitor who is tending the cows. Okay, is a cowherd boy, yielding all desires. Who? Cows. Those cows which are Kamadhenu, yielding all the desires. Okay, in the abodes built with spiritual gems. So that abode is made up of these spiritual gems, and it is surrounded by millions of purpose tree, kalpavriksha. Okay, and further, the Lord is always served with great reverence and affection by hundreds of thousands of Lakshmis or Gopis. So this is the description of the Vrindavana, Goloka Vrindavana. So these Lakshmis are referred for Gopis because as we know, Lakshmi Devi is in the mode of like opulence, right? And Goloka Vrindavana, everything is like just pure love. Okay, so the Lakshmis, you should not be confused with the goddess Lakshmi. Okay, instead it is referred for the Gopis, who are the topmost devotees of the Lord. So how this verse should increase our intense love for the Lord, because the same Lord, if for example I take a small example, if very big person, okay, in our society, say our just local MLA or the society president, right, who is just an ordinary person but with some extra qualities, if that person comes to our house, forget about the chief minister and prime minister, or right, forget about them, just in our just group of 100 people, if one person is well known, when that person comes in our home, we feel what best we can do for him. Okay, how will we feel if that person comes and just sits next to us, and then he just says, you just get me a glass of water? We will feel, no, I cannot stop just by giving him a glass of water. He is such a big person. Okay, he has come to my house somehow. I must utilize this opportunity fully. not just the glass of water. But now, on the other extreme, the Lord. Which Lord? To whom hundreds of thousands gopis are always serving with great reverence and affection. So those uncountable forms of Lakshmis or gopis are serving the Lord constantly. And that Lord is coming and telling us, Patram Pushpam Valam Toyam Yome Bhaktya Prachati. Right? You just give me Patram Pushpam Phalam Toyam. Just with love and devotion. Is he short of love and affection? No, because it is mentioned, right? With great reverence and affection, those gopis are serving. So there is, let me just mute because I'm getting some noise. Okay. Yeah. So that Lord was full opulence of all the 6 things, right? Aishwaryasya, Samagrasya, Viryasya, right? All the strength, all the wisdom, all the beauty, education, renunciation, everything. He's full of everything. That Lord definitely has a lot of water. But he is asking, just offer me with love. And he is getting all this love from all the greatest devotees of the Lord. So Lord is so, as a loving father, he's giving us an opportunity so that we can purify ourselves and we can get a bliss which we are entitled for. In Brahma Samhita, in the prayers of Brahma, in Canto 10, chapter 14, shloka number, I think 5 or 6. Tatte anukampa susukshmamano, right? So there, Brahmaji is mentioning those devotees who are without self-motivation constantly and without compromising for anything less, are constantly serving the Lord, then it becomes their right, adhikar, to go to the abode of the Lord and get his love. So same Brahmaji is saying here, this sloka, which is describing the Goloka Vrindavana. So all we need in our life is why we read the Shastras, so that for 2 purposes, so that we know our constitutional position with the Lord, what is our relationship, and secondly, to know how great the Lord is. When these 2 things are very clear, right, we are the servant of the Lord, not a master who is very ordinary. In this world, the masters, right, keep on changing. Okay, our love and affection is just for the remuneration that we get for our master in this world. The moment we get the better opportunities, we change the master. But this is one master. Beyond him, there is no one beyond him. Okay. So now further, we will just discuss the same shloka translation in more detail now. So once it so happens that during the time of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, when Hira Panchami comes, right, Lakshmi Devi goes to bring Jagannath back from Gundicha to the Jagannath. So Gundicha is a representative of like Goloka Vrindavana, and Jagannath is like with full of opulence. Lakshmi Devi is there and all. So when Lakshmi Devi goes there during the Hira Panchami time, then Srivas Pandit, who is right, Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advait Gadadhara Srivas Pandit. Srivas Pandit tells to Swarup Damodar, okay, that your Vrindavan, there are not so many opulences. Okay, look at the opulence of Lakshmi Devi. And then Mahaprabhu understands the mood of Srinivas Pandit, and he says, you are like Narada. He's actually Narada, right? We know Srinivas Pandit is an incarnation of Naradji and Prahlad Maharaj mixed together. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says that because Naradji helps in setting up the right mood, the platform, right? We all know the story of even that Lord getting headache, and then, right, he goes to Queens of Dwarka and ask for the dust of their feet, and then we all know that pastime. So we will not go into detail. So Narada is facilitating the pastimes of the Lord to happen in a much more grand, much more visible, and in a lesson learning manner, so that we jivas can also sometime hear and change our consciousness. So same Naradji now in the form of Srinivas Pandita, okay, when setting up the right platform by asking this question to Savruta Damodar, who is none other than Lalita Sakhi. Right? Savruta Damodar is the incarnation of Lalita Sakhi. So when Lord tells Savruta Damodar to answer Srinivas Pandit, so he tells your opulences of Vaikuntha are not even like a drop of the nectar which the Vrindavana is completely full of. Okay, the residents of Goloka Vrindavana, the same jewels, the same gems which are used as a crown, right, as a sitting place in the Vaikuntha, are used as doorstep, right? To when we want to stop the door, right? We put some weight to, so that the door does not close. So Savruta Damodar is telling that those jewels which are so precious for you in Vaikuntha, okay, are used to just stop the doors of Goloka Vrindavana. And like this, he keeps on describing the glories of Goloka Vrindavana. So we see the whole purpose. This Brahma Samhita was found by Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu when he was on his South India trip. Okay, Adi Keshava Parimal temple, there he found this. So the whole purpose of Brahmaji reciting the Brahma Samhita, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu re-identifying and making it available to us. Okay, out of the entire Brahma Samhita, only the 5th chapter was available. It's just because looking at the level of people in Kali Yuga, Lord can do anything, right? It's just that we are not qualified to hear more parts of the secret conversation of Brahmaji. So only this 5th chapter alone, if we digest, if we follow, that is enough for us. We don't need to follow the full syllabus, right? The people of Kali Yuga, right? Srimad Bhagavatam 1.1.10, it says the people of Kali Yuga will be short age, right? And memory will be less, always disturbed. So now, looking at our level, we have got this, just the 5th chapter of Brahma Samhita. So the whole purpose of all this exercise is just so that we can re-invoke our love for the Lord by understanding its glories more and more, more and more. Even if we do not understand the meaning of the verse, it is great if we hear it with the meaning known. But even if the meaning is not known, just the lyrics recitation, like Mataji's and all of you recited, itself is blissful. So further we go. So in the material world, which is made up of 5 elements, right? Bhumi, Apo, Anil, Vayu, Kamano, Buddhi, Evacha, right? Out of this material world is made up of 8 elements. 3 are subtle and 5 are gross. So this material world, which is made up of these 5 elements, the Goloka Vrindavana is made up of full jewels. Okay, which jewels? Which jewels? It mentions, right? Chinta Mani. Chinta means thought. So that jewel which is which has the potency to fulfill our desires. Okay, thought gem, Chintamani in English. So in this material world, if we maximum what we would have heard is called sparsha money, or it is also called paras money. For paras money, we need to take that sparsha money or paras money closer to the iron, touch it, and then the iron becomes gold. That is what the sparsha money maximum that can be found in this material world. But in the Goloka Vrindavana, the Chintamani which is there, we don't even need to have any iron or any. We just need to think. Okay, and then whatever we think, that Chintamani makes that thing manifested. I heard from one of my senior Prabhu recently. So in Goloka Vrindavana, it is something like you are just roaming in Goloka Vrindavana, and then you see Krishna, and Krishna says, I want mango shake from you. And then from that day, your job of first seeding the mango, watering it, taking 6 months for the mango to grow, and then getting the milk, and then mixing it and calling the Lord. And Lord is feeding you, you are feeding the Lord. That is how the life goes on in Vrindavana. Everyone wants to serve the Lord, and there is no competition, there is no envy. You want to serve the Lord, oh yes, you please serve it before me because you are more qualified. And if everyone has this feeling, we can experiment it same, okay, to a small degree at least. If we have a desire to do some seva, because Sri Krishna Janmashtami is coming, lots of services will be there. If we do have a desire to serve, and if you realize or if you see some other devotee also wants to serve, because it is a great golden moment, Janmashtami, Lord's birthday. Now, very important thing, now you giving your chance to that devotee to make him happy so that he serves the Lord means we are in the Goloka consciousness. We also had the great intense desire to serve. Now, what is more important? What is more important? More important thing is to Lord being served. I repeat, more important thing is Lord being served, not Lord being served by me. That is less important. And if Lord being served by a person, meaning devotee also being served, means extreme ultimate benefit. We are restricting the amount of benefit that if we settle in Lord being served by me. It will please the Lord even more, the devotees even more, if we give them a chance to progress, to serve the Lord. We cannot explain the amount of bliss, the love, that the reciprocation that the Lord will give in our heart when we have this consciousness. So we have discussed about the jewels. Now the purpose tree. In this world, if we want some fruit, we have to grow a seed, and then only in a particular season we will get the fruits of that type. Okay, just give me a second. I'm getting. Okay, this is fine. Yeah. So in this world, to get some fruit, we need to wait for a season, and only that fruit will come, not other one. Apple tree will give apple fruit. Mango tree will give mango fruit. Okay, but in Goloka Vrindavana, the purpose tree yields. I mean, this is the in this material world, purpose tree yields only the fruits of piety, wealth, and fulfillment of the desire and liberation. But the purpose tree, Kalpavriksha, in the abode of Krishna, bestows innumerable fruits in the shape of checkered divine love. See, it is not possible for us to imagine something which we have not experienced. But we can at least hanker when we hear these words from great scholars by Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Maharaj, Goswami Maharaj. He has mentioned this in the purport. That love with which we are already full of. Now, in Goloka Vrindavana, there's nothing called maximum love. Okay, today I have got 100 out of 100. Now, by studying 6 hours, if I'm getting 100 out of 100 marks, then if I read 12 hours or 18 hours a day, can I get 101 out of 100? No. There is a limit to the maximum benefit that we can get, beyond which it cannot go. In the spiritual world, yes, if we are already deeply absorbed in the love of the Lord, then if we desire the Lord, or if we pray the Kalpavriksha, oh Kalpavriksha, please give me more love. Here you go, take more love. Then we desire even more. Srila Prabhupada says, when he's asked benefit of chanting, the Prabhupada replied, the benefit of chanting is more chanting. We chant even more. Srila Prabhupada says, why 16 rounds? Why not 16,000 rounds? We don't need to apply our mind because it does not work. Mind has to be, right? Kammano buddhi evacha, 8 elements. Mind is one of them. We don't need to. Mind is good to ask the doubts, clarify it. Once we accept, then it is beyond mind. We don't need to do U-turn every single time in our life. I'm not saying we should not stop, we should not ask the question and why to not use the intelligence given to us. Use them to serve the Lord even more. So we have discussed about money and the trees, Kalpavriksha and Chintamani. Now comes the cows. So here, Kamdhenu cow, the father of Parshuram, the Jamadagni Rishi, had such cow here in this world. And when Kartivirya Arjun, I think it comes in Canto 4, Kartivirya Arjun's details, Parshuram had to come and then annihilate. I've not read that. I'm just telling based on a little bit whatever I've heard. So Kartivirya Arjun comes to Jamadagni Rishi and then says, I'm accompanied by many people, soldiers with me. We are hungry and thirsty. We need to be served. Jamadagni Rishi says, you just go and take bath and the arrangements will be made. So the Kamdhenu cow here can give us whatever we desire. Okay, it will keep on giving milk as long as we want. It will fulfill our other desires. But to what extent? The things which we can experience in this world of that type, of to that limit, Kamdhenu cow of this material world can fulfill our desire. But the cows in Goloka Vrindavana, right? Kamdhenu cows yielding the fulfillment of desires give milk when they are milked. Okay. Oh, we have to milk also. Good. But the Kamdhenu of the Goloka, they pour forth ocean of milk in the shape of the fountain of love, showering transcendental bliss that does away with the hunger and thirst of all pure devotees. So, and it's not like there is a shortage of cows in Goloka Vrindavana. That place is absolute. There may be a place, I'm just giving an example. There may be a place when some place is known as Uttam Nagar. There is a place in Delhi. I'm just giving you an example. There is a place called Uttam Nagar in New Delhi. But there may not be anything Uttam in the Uttam Nagar. Right? A person whose name may be Amar is just died. Because it's not absolute. What we name and what the qualities of the person may be entirely two different things. Unlike Goloka Vrindavana. So Goloka Vrindavana is Go means cow, Loka, cows planet. Cows are there. Vrindavana, forest of Srimati Vrinda Devi. It's there. It is full of that. Unlike that only touchstone which Sanatana Goswami had, there is a story, right, of a Brahmana. I guess Brahmana goes to Sanatana Goswami and asking for the jewel. And then he says it will be there in some corner of my house. And that person realizes, oh, for me, the touchstone is so important that I'm dying to get that. But for Sanatana Goswami, he is not exactly sure which corner where exactly that touchstone will be. Means he has something more important than the touchstone. And when he asks this question, he gets the answer. So why we are discussing that story? Because once upon a time, Sanatana Goswami had that touchstone. But in Goloka Vrindavana, every corner, cows are there, the Kamdhenu cows. And when we are there, when we desire to have that love, they give it even more. For chanting, it is called benedictions exceeds expectations. I repeat, for chanting, it is said, the benedictions exceeds expectations. Whatever we can dream of, we will get more than that when we chant the name of the Lord. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So on this Balram Jayanti, because now it is a very good combination. Last day of Jhulan Yatra and Balram Jayanti and the beginning of Brahmaji's prayer means a clear indication for us to at least develop a desire. Oh, Balramji, Srila Prabhupada says, if you have any difficulty in your life, whatever you want, whatever obstacles you have, just go in front of Balramji in the Krishna Balram temple of Vrindavana and put your applications. Balramji never says no to anyone. Now let us pray that Balramji, that we one day at least get a chance to see what we are reading. Oh, that will be amazing. Enough of other trees, with all due respect, right? If the trees are not there, we cannot survive. But we don't want to settle there now. It is enough. What next? So let us request Balramji, putting our application from here to Krishna Balram in Vrindavana. Please accept. When we cry together, the chances of we being heard are more. That is the benefit of association. So And Balramji is today is his birthday. We'll spend next 5 minutes, or maybe little next 5 more minutes, okay, discussing about Balramji. I hope it is okay. Please feel free to stop anytime whenever you feel it should. So I'm stopping the screen, sharing my another PPT about Balram Jayanti. So we all know Balramji in Treta Yuga was Lakshmanji, right? And Lord was Sri Ram. And then in between we are saying Krishna Balram. And then on the right side we are saying Gaur Nitai. So Balramji is always there to serve the Lord. We'll read it more. Serve, serve, and serve. Whichever form, whichever place the Lord is going, Balramji is always there to serve him. This is the very same Krishna Balram in Krishna Balram temple of Goloka Vrindavana. Let us pray him again, giving us an experience of what we read today, one day, with his mercy, with his causeless mercy. We see here that Balramji is keeping his hand on the Lord, okay, to give an assurance to Mother Yashoda that he can take care of the Lord whenever he needs to. And we do everything to please the Lord, right? Oh Lord Krishna, please be merciful on us. Please shower your mercy. Lord Krishna, on the other side, wants to please Balramji. Why? Because Balramji is serving the Lord in every mood, whether in the Shant Rasa, okay, he is in the form of grass, or even the paraphernalia that we use, chamar, mridanga, peacock feather, okay, even the mats, anything that we use to serve the Lord is a representative of Balramji. This is in Shantarasa. He is like a father. Whenever Lord is in need, okay, he comes forward like a fatherly figure. As a friend, he is always there together. So in every rasa, Balramji is there to serve the Lord. So Krishna wants to please Balramji. Okay, Balramji is hands on Krishna. Yeah. Now further, these are just 3 different pastimes out of unlimited. Okay. So Balramji killing Dhenukasura, Pralamasura, and Rukmi. He is a guru. No, guru means heavy, weight. Right? In case of Pralamasura, he was looking like a small boy, but when Pralamasura realized, right, that Balramji increased his weight, and then same Pralamasura, who was a gigantic demon, now could not bear the weight. So he's heavy weight. He's our Adi Guru. So our same spiritual master that we get is a representative. He's a Adi Guru of Balramji. He did not accept any fault, any small tolerance in case of Rukmi. No duplicity, because they were playing in the chess, and then Balramji won, and Rukmi was wrongly claiming no, he himself had won. So Balramji killed him there. So this shows. And Dhenukasura was making noise, right? No noise, no ignorance, only the knowledge. So this is a nice verse from Bhagavatamrita. Jayati Jayati Namananda Rupam Murare Viramita Nija Dharma Dhyana Pujadi Yatnam Tatamapi Sakradatam Muktidam Praninam Yat Paramam Amritam Ekam Jivanam Bhushanam. So, like Balramji in the form of Nityananda says, he requests us to chant. So here Sanatana Goswami, he has composed this. He is saying, Bhagwan Murari ke naam ki jai ho, all glories to the names of the Lord. If someone stops, I don't know how many of us are okay with Hindi, I'm just trying to translate. If someone leaves his other duties, social responsibilities, other methods of serving the Lord, other vidhis, but somehow just recite, not intentionally, no intense prayer, just recite by tongue the name of the Lord once. Katham api sakrad atam. Sakrad means once. Okay, then this Lord's holy name will give him what he desires. And then I don't regret of this. Doing this is the only nectar, only ornament of me in my life. Sanatana Goswami is saying. So, Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Let us request all once again to Brahmaji. We are, oh, good. We are just on time. So, Balramji is one who gives us the strength. Balramji is the one who keeps us away from ignorance. He's heavy, right? Guru means weight, one who brings one from ignorance to the light. That is Balramji. So his name was given by Garga Muni because of like 3 names were given to Balramji on his birthday during the naming ceremony. Sorry, one was Ram because he resides in every Karna, right? Ramana Karna, the one who does the Ramana, is called Ram. Then Balram because he's heavy, he has the strength, and Sankarshana because he attracts the mercy of Lord Krishna. If we take the shelter of Balramji, then the service to Lord Krishna has to be there. Some one of us here, we may say, my blood group is this, B positive, C positive, D positive, or I'm sorry, I'm just joking. Okay, but blood group of Balramji, it's service. So by any mean, being a pillow, being a paduka, being the bed sheet, being the bed, being the fan running on top of the fan, being the window, anything, wherever the service of the Lord comes into picture, answer is take shelter of Balramji. We have no qualification to serve the Lord if we want to do it ourselves. Once again, it is the time of Janmashtami. Lot of services are there. If Lord is arranging us some services for us, then taking the shelter of Balramji, we can be in the right mood. This is one reason Balram Jayanti is coming before Janmashtami. Balramji is our only hope because our Guru is our only hope. We know Krishna because someone in the form of Srila Prabhupada, who is a representative of Balramji, came to us and revealed us, okay, yes, he is Krishna. So what? He is Krishna. He is so important to you. Then we know, well, Krishna is important. He is Lord. And Lord, how he is important to us. What is our relationship with him? Because if we just understand the glories, the strength, beauty of someone, it may not attract us. When we know how much love the other person does to us, that melts the heart. That role is again done by the Guru. Sakshat Haritvena Samasta Shastra. So I will not take more time. Thank you so much, Prabhuji and Matajis, for giving your association and for celebrating Sri Krishna Balram Jayanti, followed by Krishna Janmashtami next. Today is Thursday. Next Thursday is Sri Krishna Janmashtami. Let us take the shelter of Balramji every single day from now till Janmashtami and thereafter too. If you have any comments, questions, suggestions, we can discuss for the next few minutes. Otherwise, we are done. So those who are who wants to continue with other services, other responsibilities, please feel free. 1 or 2 questions we can try to take if something is there.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranam. Now,
Yes,
when you
yes,
saw paraphernalia, that is, it represent Balaram, what about the flowers that we offer to Krishna? That also he takes that form?
everything offered to Krishna in the service
Whatever
of
you
Krishna,
offer.
no doubt, is Balram. Yes.
Okay, that's it.
To be very honest, Padma Mataji, I have heard about these paraphernalias of peacock feather, mridanga, but when I read this line, everything in the service of the Lord. So if you say flowers, my answer will be Balram. If you say Narsima oil, my answer will be Balram. So
Oh, that's really nice, interesting. Thank you, Prabhuji.
thank you.
Dandavat Pranam, Hare Krishna.
Okay, so kindly bless me and let us all pray for each other so that we serve the Lord more and more and more. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Hare Hare,
Hare Rama,
Hare
Rama, Rama
Rama,
Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Hare. Prabhuji, pray for us too, Prabhu, so that devotees can become good devotees, Prabhuji.
Yes, Mataji, we all have to pray. That is our only hope.
Yes, pray for
Krishna's
each other.
prayers. Yes, yes.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna once again. Pancha Kapitrubhascha Kripa Sindhu Bhayavacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo
Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. Ananta-koti Vaishnava
की
ki
जय,
jai.
श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय,
Ki jai.
श्री बलराम जयंती
Balram.
महामहोत्सव की जय.
Ki jai.
Closing the session with your permission.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna, Dandavat Pranam.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Very nice class.
Excellent class.
Thank you.
Excellent class.